Hello and welcome to the first episode of IIT India's Author Speak series. This series is exclusively designed to discuss in detail the knowledge outputs that have come out from the stables of the IIT, authored by our sector experts. We now dive right into IIT India's Author Speak series, and I will take this opportunity to tell you about the white paper that we recently released on enabling Indian manufacturing MSMEs for global competitiveness. This paper mostly focuses on the opportunities available, the scope for improvement, and the solutions for varied challenges for the MSME sector in India. We have with us one of the authors of this white paper, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, who is also the member of IIT Future Tech Panel's Manufacturing Working Group. He is also the Vice President, Digital Engineering and Manufacturing Services in Capgemini. Hello, Sanjeev, and welcome to the first episode of Author Speaks.
Thank you, Johnny, and it's my pleasure to be here with you.
It's great to have you with us as well. We'll just, without any further delay, dive right into the conversation. And I want to just kickstart this conversation with you by asking you that the COVID-19 pandemic has brought about a lot of challenges, right, to various sectors. But do you think it is any different for manufacturing sectors? And are there opportunities that lie ahead for MSMEs, particularly in India?
So, Johnny, COVID-19, as we all know, has had a global impact, and almost all these sectors, both in the manufacturing as well as in the service sectors, are impacted by it. Right? However, while the scenario looks so gloomy all around, there are significant local and global factors that may prove to be favorable for our MSME sector in India. So, post the lethal impact of this COVID-19, more and more manufacturing enterprises are looking towards India as an investment destination, as a reliable alternative to other low-cost producer countries. This will provide significant new prospects for Indian MSMEs to step up and move to the next level.
Right.
To tide over the current crisis of COVID-19, the Prime Minister of India has also announced an economic package totaling almost rupees 20 lakh crore under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Thus, this relief package is expected to infuse fresh life into the country's micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Right. So, in spite of the pandemic, what do you think are the things that have worked in the favor of MSMEs in India?
I think if you look at India has huge reserves of natural resources. This enables a high level of production capacities accompanied by low cost for products. So human capital has always stimulated India's economic transformation. The country's large youth population, wherein 50% of India's population today is below 25 years and over 65% of population is below 35 years, addresses the need for skilled manpower in the market. India is also one of the biggest markets in the world. Domestic consumption is also high, and the capacity for spending, especially among the growing middle class, it continues to rise. So finally, the low cost of labor in India, that averages around 3.9 US dollar per hour, compared to more than $25 per hour US, enables highly cost-effective production. And initiatives such as Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Startup India, Digital India, these all have also created new avenues for a resilient economic climate that will work in favor of our MSMEs.
Right, that's right. So, India already has a lot of comparative advantages, like you mentioned, that there are so many things that work in the favor of MSMEs that are operating in India. But if you have to look at the challenges that are faced by the MSMEs in India currently, in spite of the comparative advantages that are there, what are the things that you would feel are the challenges that are faced by the MSMEs today?
So, if you look at the number of SMEs that are in India, you have almost 60 million MSMEs, and they provide employment to over 120 million people, both in the rural as well as in the urban areas. Now, these all are mainly labor intensive and run with very minimal automation. And due to limited availability of highly skilled resources and the financial support, there is low investment of next generation technologies in MSME. These factors have led to low productivity and inconsistency both in product as well as in service quality. So MSMEs need to invest in technology to fulfill the new demands and capture new markets. In order to grow exponentially, MSMEs need to also create innovative business models as well as innovative products. This will also give them flexibility to scale, adapt to the changing customer requirements, and meet the growing market demands.
Right. So this was a mix of your suggestions for the way forward for MSMEs in India as well. Anything beyond this, over and above, that you would like to say, that in terms of the challenges that they are facing, and also pertaining to those challenges, if there's any other suggestion that you would like to give to the MSME sectors in India to function better?
So if you look at no industry, no market or geography, including India, will be immune to the effects of COVID-19, right? The
Hmm.
best solution would be to develop a concrete, fail-safe mechanism to counter it, especially through faster adoption of appropriate technologies. Now, adoption of technology does not always mean that huge investments are to be made by a single business entity. This will require a conjoint and integrated effort by government, industry, our experts, and the MSME sector itself to overcome this crisis. The Indian government has taken steps by providing funds to tackle the situation, and the industrial organization need to ensure pertinent utilization of these funds. If you look at a big transformations taking place in the industry in the traditional manufacturing landscape, the convergence of information technology, what we call as IIT, and the operations technology that we call as OT, along with advances in other areas such as AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, robotics, etc. These are transforming every link in the manufacturing value chain. Now, these new digital manufacturing technologies are a crucial development for the entire manufacturing industry. India is digitizing faster than most of the other manufacturing and matured emerging economies. Now, small businesses are closing this gap with larger
Hmm.
firms. And if you know, right, the growing high-speed internet connectivity and shrinking data costs are opening digital opportunities for many, many small businesses. So we have example of the Indian IT sector that has evolved successfully with the changing economic, business, and technology. So over the last few decades, it has been able to establish itself in the global market as a strong entity, providing a wide variety of IT services, software products, and engineering products and services to enterprise across the globe. Their experience in bringing digital transformation across global manufacturing industries can be leveraged very effectively to address the technical challenges faced by the Indian manufacturing MSME sector. So, effective utilization of these technologies will make the MSME resilient to similar situations in the future and enable them to be competitive in the larger global market.
Perfect. Yes, I absolutely agree. Couldn't have agreed more on terms of the fact that technology will play an important role in a post-COVID world for every industry, and MSME is not the only one that can be singled out. With this, we come to the end of our discussion, and I'm sure our viewers would definitely like to take a look at the white paper that we just discussed in a greater detail. And hence, to our viewers, if you would like to download the white paper, then you can use the link which is mentioned in the comment section below.